welcome to That Didn't Work.
That didn't work.
Welcome to Urban Stars. I'm your GM and your host, Percy.
And I'm Mike, and I'm playing a Nemoidian by the name of Udell Ilvi.
I'm Daniel. I'm playing a human by the name of Kal Tame.
Howdy, I'm Rick, and I'll be playing a Verpine named K'Klik.
And I'm Jason, playing a human named Lukia, also known as Zerial Benassi Dinduptaniel.
Last time on Urban Stars, we're going to actually skip back a few episodes before, when Kal Tame had been intercepted by a group of Storm Commandos, people who used to consider him a friend. Kal and his crew of resistance fighters were preparing to travel to the Rogue Moon to steal a fuel cell from under the Empire's nose to fuel their new base underneath the Undercity of Terrace. Before he could finish getting the mining equipment back to the base, though, his old friends, Kieran Fargo and Adraguth, found him and walked him peacefully into Bothan's Regret. Bothan's Regret then had several stormtroopers, about 30 surrounding it, to make sure that the proceedings inside went uninterrupted. All of this happened very much off-screen. But Kal, you're off-screen no more. The bar that we saw when Garth was being not interrogated, but just questioned about some things going on here and there by K'Klik doesn't look the same at all. All of the stools and chairs and tables have been pushed to the side. And inside of Bothan's Regret is a makeshift home base for the Empire in the Undercity. The bar itself has been cleared of all drinks and liquor. And behind it, in their place, sits a chair reclined back with Kal Tame fastened to it. Interrogating him are the two Storm Commandos, Kieran Fargo, who will be played by Rick. Hi.
And Adraguth, who will be played by Mike. These are both NPCs that I've created, and because I've got 4 pretty high quality NPCs that are going to hopefully be very memorable throughout at least the rest of their lives on this campaign. And so I've got the 4 players who are not Kal portraying those NPCs. And we'll introduce the other 2 as they're seen. But Kieran and Adra are both wearing their Storm Commando laminate armor, special issued Special Forces suits that signify their specializations. Adra has the accolades and stripings of the pilot for the Storm Commando squad, and Kieran has the accolades and stripings for the head demolitionist of this squad. You had both been, when we last heard from you, like in episode 2, you had both been tasked with finding squads individually to bring back to Terrace to infiltrate the Resistance. You've come back and you've found that your friend, who you thought was probably dead, Kal, had himself joined the Resistance of his own volition. And as soon as you heard of this, you grabbed him and brought him into Bothan's Regret. It's been 2 years, of course, still, since the assault on the pit bosses, since Lugnug and the Baron and the other pit bosses had gone quite literally underground. And so you've already come back to planet as the Storm Commandos to kind of establish yourselves in this resistance. And you've got written in front of you some secret objectives that no other player at the table knows. These are the kind of things that I would have written down if I were portraying the NPCs, so that I would know kind of how to direct the conversations. Because, of course, in all role-playing games, a lot of it is improvised.
But everybody has their kind of objectives that they want to achieve. A lot of times it's like the clear thing put in front of you by the GM. Sometimes it's a personal objective, like I just want to get experience, or I want to kill my father's killer. In this case, your objectives are given to you. And you guys both have them, and Jacob and Jason, you both have objectives for the NPCs that you're bringing to the table as well. And again, we'll get to those whenever you're introduced to the table. But Bothan's Regret has a dim lighting as we pan into this scene. There is one single bright light over Kal as you two begin interrogating him. You are the only 3 people in this bar. There is nobody else. There are no cameras. Except for the ones. Hi. Hi, YouTube. All right. So I'm going to kind of give you guys the scene, and I'll describe things as they progress. But for the most part, these NPCs are going to kind of command what's going on. So you guys have your objectives in front of you. Those are the things that I want to eventually happen if nothing else stops you, essentially. So proceed as you want to proceed.
Okay. I'm going to be kicked back right now, leg over a chair, just sitting down. I've got Cal's flask of Carillion whiskey in my hand, and I'm just sipping on it. Well, Cal, I see you still drink the good stuff.
Yeah, you mind bringing a sip over this way for an old friend?
I don't mind at all. Old friend is right, but you're not a friend right now. What the heck were you thinking? What happened? We had high hopes for you.
Yeah, everyone did.
So what happened?
I got to thinking. I got to drinking. I got to thinking and drinking.
Yeah, that's not a problem, but your thinking went awry.
Doesn't that usually happen when one's drinking?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that our good friend Kal here is just really trying to get behind the scenes so he can give us some information. I'm sure that's exactly what's going on here, isn't it, Kal?
Yeah. Sure.
For sure, roll deception.
Now that would be against our willpower?
Because
Should
Adra was asking the question directly, I'm going to have him roll it against him.
It's discipline. So it should be 2 reds.
Which you've also got adversary too. So toss in 2 purples.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep.
I like this guy. Can I play him?
Well, sorry, not 2 purples. It
Should be another
yeah,
red.
it would be another red. You're right.
Pull the 2 purples, throw another red.
Yeah. I was miscalculating my
Can I borrow
upgrades.
one real quick? Thank you. Okay, there we go.
Not that made that much better, did it?
All right, so I got cancel. Get those out. 2 failures and 2 advantages.
Okay, great. Obviously, Adra doesn't believe you.
I'm just smirking.
You
at
weren't
him.
very convincing in your demeanor anyway.
Sure.
But your advantages, what would you like those to be? Why don't you give me like a narrative thing, and I'll add some mechanics to it.
Could my advantages start being to like piece together like exactly where I'm, or do I already know where I'm at?
You already know. You walked in, quote, peacefully
Okay.
with them.
And then
Like you didn't make a scene.
And then
they tied you to a table. Yes. Or to a reclining chair, okay?
Yeah, we want you to be comfortable.
Can I just hold on to him for some boosts for now? Then I can't.
Yeah, you can
think
give
of
yourself a boost for your next check.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and just like sit that boost in front of you so you don't forget about it.
I'm thinking
Because I guarantee you that I will.
I'm thinking visually he gets to take a pull off of his flask, and that kind of
It reinvigorates him. Yeah, because you were walking
Yeah,
over
can I
to
get
give
a
him-
can I get a chuckle out of that and get my flask?
No. I'm enjoying it. Tell me something I want to know. Maybe we'll give you a swig.
What's something you want to know?
you tell me something. We know a lot more than you think, so let's just see how your story jives with what we've been told. Don't take too long. The more you think, the more we realize you're lying and trying to come up with something. You think this is our first go-round?
No, I just have a hard time thinking without drinking.
You always did.
If you want me to start talking, you know how to.
I'm sure there's something behind the bar. You want to drink some of this stuff? Well,
Everything behind the bar is gone. That was established in the beginning.
Right.
Carl.
I figured they missed some rot gut.
You know what? Give him a pull off that thing. Let's see if it loosens him up a little bit. It always did in the past.
All right. And I walk over and I pour just a little drop. He reaches out with his lips and I pull it back a little and I just hold it up and give him a little spot.
You gonna do that to me?
I want something. You disappointed me, boy.
Look. Things we were doing in the past, they just weren't rolling for me.
What do you mean rolling for you? I mean, what is that? You're working, you got a duty. Doesn't duty and honor to the core mean anything to you, boy?
Do you feel pride in what you're doing for the Empire when we used to go and fill out our missions?
Absolutely. It was necessary. You've heard the old, you want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. Well, you know what? If we got to knock some heads together to get things going, what we're doing is good. We're bringing some order to this place. You look around you. You forgetting? I mean, look at that.
I see
a wall collapsed down there in the fucking Undercity. What could have caused that?
I see a lot of terrified people under the Empire.
Some bug man.
It wasn't my fault.
Wait, not my fault.
This place is falling apart. And if we don't get working on it, we don't do something, the Emperor's got plans for this.
Cal, let me just ask you a question. Are you wanting out? Is that what this is? But you're just tossing your lot in with somebody that's because it's somebody that's not the Empire? Because if you want out, you give me a little information, we can pull some strings. We can get you to Bespin. You can live your life. Maybe take up an important position.
You gonna hand me over a little bit more of that drink?
You ain't told me nothing yet.
You gotta give me a name. Who's leading this underground?
Who's leading?
Who's in charge? I know it's not you.
I've never met him.
Oh.
You've been down there for 2 years, and you're telling me you haven't met him.
A drunk been down in the Undercity for 2 years, and y'all are telling me that's not normal?
I know. Yeah, you may be a drunk, but I've seen you in action on being drunk. Just 'cause you're drunk, don't use that excuse on me. I know what you're capable of while you've been drinking. So, come on, get real.
Then you know I'm capable of talking while drinking.
I know you're capable of talking. I know you don't talk much, but you better start talking.
I just head nod towards the...
And I pull out another vial. And I say, the next words come out of your mouth, it's going to be this vial or this vial. You take your choice, but you better tell me something.
Something.
You're still a smartass. I open up the other vial, and a little bit of heat rises. You can tell a little vapor rises up out of it. And I bring it over, and I turn it up like this, and a little drop of burning gel falls down on your hand.
Boy. Wow. Okay.
Straight up torture immediately.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no attack roll for that or anything. Like, you're straight gonna lose 3 wounds.
Just a drop. I mean, and I know what I'm doing. So
okay, so let's say 1 wound. You're trying to meter this.
Yeah,
out.
and I'm a trained. I mean, I know exactly what this stuff
okay.
does.
That's good.
And this was made. I mean,
it's very Fight Club style.
You had your choice.
Yeah,
Which vial do you want?
Don't pay any attention to me.
You know I don't mess around with this crap.
Flipping this die from an 8 to a 7, it doesn't mean a thing.
What was it you were wanting again? That kind of...
I want a name.
We need to know the leaders of the resistance. Here on Terrace.
He's like, hold on.
Look, it's quid pro quo. You give us something, we give you something.
Well, you already gave me something. It didn't feel quite nice.
No, because you didn't tell us anything. You said you were going to talk if I gave you a shot. I gave you a little bit of your whiskey. And what? You joking with me?
You didn't give me a shot.
Well, I gave you a taste. And I gave you a taste. I can give you a shot of either one. Which do you want? And now I'm starting to sound like him over there. All right.
It's better than Jersey.
Yeah.
It's better than Kuklik.
Look, y'all aren't going to get anything out of me because I honestly don't know.
I know you know a name. You don't realize how much we already know. So
What do you know?
Golly.
All right,
What would you like to hear?
Kieran.
Why are you torturing that poor man?
Kieran, roll me a coercion.
Coercion is going to be will. Yeah, because I don't actually have any coercion.
Okay.
So
I think take a boost because of the burning gel, though.
okay. So that's willpower.
Just going to turn this die to a 6. Don't pay any attention to me.
My gosh. Take a boost.
It is going to be against his discipline. So what is your discipline, Cal?
It's just 2 purples.
2 purples. Okay,
Yeah, but
good.
that's coercion is absolutely the
Yeah,
worst
I'm
thing
gonna
I could
I'm gonna
roll.
flip a dark side point to upgrade your. No. Sorry, you're an NPC. Flip the green to a yellow. You're rolling for me right now.
I gotcha. Oh,
It's
let's
a
see.
failure, but with a triumph. It winds up
Yep.
canceling everything out except
One
for the
failure, one
triumph.
triumph.
Okay, so
The
You were-
triumph is I actually know quite a bit.
well, we've already established that you know
That's
a
true,
bunch.
that's
So
true.
so you don't convince him to give you any information. But the triumph is that you do know a good way to continue the interrogation. Cal, I'm going to have you tell us what would start to loosen Cal's lips.
Start to loosen his lips towards talking about.
Yeah, like to
things
revealing what he knew. Like what would maybe, because right now he's pretty adversarial toward these guys, very understandably so, because of the position that he's in. But what might kind of help him along, either good or bad? Like what kind of pain would pull him out, or what kind of like gift would help him to loosen up?
Well, one of the reasons why he left the Empire was because of things they were doing to the innocents around the galaxy. So, if he had someone to wager in the thing, that would probably.
Oh. Okay, so
we
your
would
triumph, is there anybody in particular in
n-
Cal's past?
No, not on Terrace.
Make someone up.
Oh,
They-
the
yeah, they
informant
don't have
Bob.
Huh?
The informant Bob.
The informant Bob?
Well, they don't have to be from Terrace because these guys have been traveling and have just come back.
I just figured that since they just found me on Terrace now, or well, like a few like scenes ago, technically,
Sure.
that
What he's
they
asking-
didn't know I was there.
Yeah. Well, but here's the this triumph is giving them leverage over you,
Right,
and I'm
okay.
telling you to give me that leverage.
Yeah, and you trained with us as commandos, so we would know something about your life. Plus, they probably did a background check on you before, so we would
Yeah.
probably know
Like
things about
like
your
a girl
past.
on another planet or
or a
something.
sister,
Let me-
or a mom, or
Let
a
me
grandma.
interject here. Maybe it's the that we know from his background that who the commander was that caused you all the grief in Karita.
That would work.
Okay, cool. And you've got him in a back room.
Okay, I don't know enough of that story, but
Okay, I'll take it.
okay, go ahead. Go.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The triumph isn't necessarily you establish something yourself. The triumph is that
You have
it's
leverage.
there. You have the leverage, and either one of you guys can use it. Cool.
Go.
Cal. Listen, I know after Karita, things just weren't the same with you. You took off. You started drinking. You took off more and more. And I know why. I know you're talking about how the Empire's doing things wrong in your opinion. But you know what? We're here. We're not doing things wrong. We're trying to preserve the Empire. We're trying to preserve peace in this galaxy. That lieutenant that caused you all those problems, what if I can give you him? 5 minutes in the back room. No holds barred. All I'm looking for is a name. Or
Roll discipline.
Okay. Again, it was 3 reds. 3 reds, right?
What is your...
I think I rolled against his last time. So
Yeah, but what is your...
this would be negotiation or leadership or
Negotiation.
whatever.
Negotiation or leadership, either one. Whichever one's stronger.
Hold on.
I think you have 2 ranks in both, and
No.
they both deal with presence.
I actually have 3 ranks in negotiation.
Oh, nice.
So it's wow. Sorry, Daniel. So this is gonna be 3 reds and a purple
Plus
with
adversary
plus
2.
adversary. So
So 4 reds and a purple.
Can I borrow 2 reds?
I'm not sure about giving him a officer in our military, though. I didn't realize we were bringing him here for him to rough up. I don't really like that.
Okay. Well, I fail it, but
We figured that.
Yeah. 2 of the reds had blanked out, so that's
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
But,
you're going to be blanking out in a second.
okay.
It's always fun until someone loses an eye.
So 2 fails and a threat.
A threat. If you had rolled a despair, I would have made you give up Lucia. But because you didn't, you can choose either the Baron or Lugnug.
Look, I don't know anything too distinct. I don't know the details. I don't know where you can find this guy. I've never met him in person. But I do know someone going by the name Lugnug.
Okay. We already know that.
Look, I told you something. You wanted me to tell you
I'll
something.
give you a shot of whiskey.
Well, you don't know that Lugnug's like leading the resistance.
Oh, we didn't? I
No.
thought we... Okay.
No. So let's rewind. He said Lugnug. Now.
Okay. He's one of those pit bosses, isn't he? That Gamorrean. Isn't he a Gamorrean? You know?
I don't even know the name.
I've heard the name. I've heard Empirico talk about it.
I've only heard things. This is things I've just heard of. This is one of the top.
Where is the base?
Do I have to make another check on that one, or
No, I need you to start asking
Well,
the
yeah,
questions
yeah,
because I don't roll squat.
Before we move forward in like asking a new question, you were promised something.
Mm-hmm.
So let's proceed with that first. Let's see how that pans
Look.
out.
I told you something. I was promised something in return.
Now, just to show you good faith here. One name is one name, but I'll bring the lieutenant out here so you know that he's here. So if you continue to deliver on what we're talking about,
Just gonna flip this die from a 6 to a 5. No big deal.
then you can do what you want, do what you will. So
When that die gets
I'll
to a
motion
one,
to the
we'll let you beat
stormtroopers
him
and
up.
have them bring the lieutenant out
Okay.
and say, because I'm assuming this guy's. We don't have ranks here, but I'm assuming this guy outranks the lieutenant.
Yeah. Well, he's special. You're special forces.
Right. So we got jurisdiction,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So when he comes out, I'll look over at the lieutenant. Now, lieutenant, stand there and look dumb.
That shouldn't be hard.
And I don't want to hear a word. So, Cal, you remember this guy?
How could I forget?
How bad do you want him?
He just kind of leans his head back a bit.
Do you need to roll another discipline check, I think?
Yes.
Same roll.
Would this be not negotiation, but leadership or what?
Negotiation still works, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's gone. That's gone. So that's 2 threats and a despair and a failure.
Oh.
Hashtag winning.
I think there are 2 options you can have.
Okay.
You can, with that roll, with the despair, you're so driven by revenge right now because you haven't been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You're so bent on that. You can offer one of 2 things. Either that there is a city underneath the Undercity, and that's where you guys are trying to make a new home. Or you can offer to become an informant, at least temporarily.
I bring my head back up a bit. Look, as of right now, this is all just a bunch of ragtag stuff. There is no base. The organization has really just dropped boxes at this point. But I will... Y'all seem to be playing y'all's game here, and it looks like I have no choice but to play.
You know how it works.
You'll have to join the Storm Commandos again. You'll have to report.
He just nods his head.
All right. Okay.
Just moving this die down to a 4. Ignore me.
So, how do you find out about these crates, these drop points? How do we get to monitor this? Because if it's ragtag, we need to know where we're going.
Look, I never do any of the pickups. I never do anything like that. I'm more of a muscle. I'm more of a hired gun, essentially, for this. I don't know where the drop-offs are. I don't deal with it. I just drink until someone tells me to shoot.
Good old Cal.
Nice.
That's the one thing I respected about you.
Gonna go ahead with that answer, drop this down to a 3. You guys are doing fine.
Well, okay. So, I've rigged up a little device here for you, just so you don't forget. And I pull out, it looks like a long syringe. I pull out it looks like a pistol, a bright chrome pistol with a long syringe. And I walk up to the side right here by your eye, and I stab it right in the side of your temple. And I squeeze, and you feel a little pop and a little sting in there. This is just a little reminder. If you double cross us, you're going to be one-eyed. And I go set the pistol back down on a table. I said, I control it, so don't double cross us. We did tell you. So
Wait, what did you just put in his eye?
I just put a little bit of an explosive.
Oh my god.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, we're friends, all right. But you're not going to double cross us. I like trust, but verify.
Look, you see this? And I'll pull out a data pad. And on that data pad, it has a writ of pardon on it. You see this?
We're dropping down to 1.
You play this game, you do what you're supposed to do. You give us the information you're supposed to give us. This is yours. You can walk away scot-free. Find a bottle. drink yourself to death. I don't care. What I care about is right here on Terrace, right now.
If that's what you care about, I've been cooperating with you. This guy, on the other hand, he's not the guy I remember that much.
He gets his job done. I give him kudos, but you know what? I'm trying to be good here. I'm trying to go with the fact that we're brothers in arms and have been for a long time.
I'll tell you what, you wouldn't be walking out of here unless we thought we had some way that we could keep you honest. So, look at I'm giving you a leash instead of keeping you in a pen. And here, and I bring the Carillion whiskey over and I say, and I pour a good shot. You do like the good stuff, and I take a big shot myself.
I do like the big stuff, and I like you keeping your mouth off of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's Cal. That's Cal.
Got that spirit. You
Kieran, I think let's roll a discipline check for you.
I ain't got no discipline that I can depend on.
Why are you just picking up a purple die?
I know I'm gonna fail.
Just picked up one purple. So I'm trying to roll.
What is Cal?
Discipline is
No, not your discipline. Your not coercion. There's no sarcasm stat. It's kind of what I'm looking for there. Maybe skullduggery, I think.
No,
They're an
cool.
insult stat.
Cool works. Yeah, what's your cool?
two purples.
2 purples? All right.
Can I do warfare? As in, like, I've been in interrogate. I probably trained for being interrogated.
What are you trying to get at?
Messing back with him.
You're trying to keep me from popping him, or what?
No, I'm trying to... Frankly and honestly, I'm trying to make you blow up the bomb you just put in his eyeball.
I'm not going to blow that
But
up.
you don't have the right dice for me to make you do that. So,
Plus,
yeah, go ahead and roll the discipline to see.
I'm successful.
Cool.
With 1
2
threat.
Yeah,
2 threat.
2 threat. Yeah, yeah. So you don't feel the need to deck him. You can if you would like, but
Well,
it's not a compulsion.
The threat would just be strain then, right? Because he knows it's a low blow, but he'll take it in stride.
Yeah.
No, it looks like Cal. It looks like Cal. Maybe you're coming around. Okay, I don't know that I can trust you. You've already betrayed us once. Okay, and I don't take that lightly. All right. Personally, I just wanted to kill you. He said, "Give us another chance." Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. We'll find out.
Well, I know I promised something. I'll take out a truncheon. I'll set it down in front of where he's at. I'll say, "That lieutenant's looking pretty ripe, isn't he?"
All right. I call in.
I know you know more than one name, man. You got to give it to me. If you're playing ball, you got to give it to me.
I've already told you. I drink, and I'm a hired gun. The only names that I know, I've heard Lugnud, and I know the bartender's name.
Let me see that flask. And I'm going to just basically start pouring it down his throat to see if I can get him drunk.
He's a trained professional drinker.
That is very true. So as you start doing that, this die is going to go down to 0, and pow, 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 one right after another, the stormtroopers outside of the door are being shot and falling repeatedly.
What the heck is that?
Before you know it, you've heard 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bodies hit the ground.
Luckily, there are 30 of them.
How many stormtroopers do we have inside?
You have 2 inside that you called in to bring in that lieutenant.
All right. So I'll get in on the. I'll quickly key up on the comm link and say, "Status report. What's going on out there?"
We're being attacked like crazy. There's got to be at least 10 of them.
All right, fall back into a defensive position. Bring half the squad inside.
Okay, half the squad goes inside. Atop one of the many buildings surrounding this bar, kind of a rubbled roof exterior, we see an individual. Jason, describe the NPC that you've made for us today.
So, I have made a Kyuzo, so the frog turtle-like race. They're kind of built around ancient Japanese samurai. They even have like the
Ninja Turtles.
pretty much actually. if you look at them on the Wikipedia, they kind of sort of like that. They're a little squat, but they come from a heavy grav world, so they actually like look overly muscled, like it's long, thin. So somewhere between a cross between a frog, a turtle, and somewhere in that range. It's a neat culture. But he's a soldier, and he's holding a Circa Model 38, and just like the helmet's shading his eyes, and he's got good line of sight on the stormtroopers in the bar.
Yeah, and he is just mostly plowing through these guys. So go ahead and make me a long range shot.
Long range is 3 or 4?
Yes, 3.
Okay.
And will you be using any of your? Wow, what are all the boosts for?
It's got an accuracy of 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you let him build.
No, I know. We're good. This is what I built him for, was to plow through these stormtroopers. You
Nope.
gonna use any of the true aim or whatever it is?
Nope. Just gonna treat it like this. Do I need to make any upgrades, or is it just a?
If you would like to.
No, I mean, for
Oh no.
3 purple is
Yep,
the die
these are
pool?
standard everyday stormtroopers.
That's cocked, so I'll re-roll that. Oh, that's blank. That goes away. That goes away. 3 advantage is all I'm left with.
Wow.
I rolled a lot of double X's.
Yeah. All right. So,
All right, go stormtroopers.
were you trained by stormtroopers? Is that?
One of them just dropped their gun and he takes a shot and he bent
Actually,
over.
I would have been
shooting like
with
a
the clone
stormtrooper.
troopers.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you let off another series of shots, but the troopers are now aware that somebody is shooting at them.
Yeah, so
and they all kind of scatter out. Jacob, what is your character's job? I know that I gave Jason the task of making a sharpshooter, but I had you make a character, and I haven't really asked you much about him.
His career is a spy.
Okay.
His specialization is a slicer.
Okay.
He's a Mon Calamari,
Okay.
and his name is Sharkbait.
Nice. Is that like code name or like?
Yeah,
That's all he
his
knows
code,
himself
yeah.
as is Sharkbait.
He was taken when he was a little kid from Mon Cal, and so he's only known by his military name of Sharkbait.
Okay, nice. So we kind of zoom in on you behind the building. You've managed to make your way around all the troops, and especially as he's laying off these shots, you're now at the back near kind of the energy supply. What do you do?
Okay, so describe the building.
So the building is a large rectangle, basically. It's only got one story. The top of it, though, is kind of... It looks like when they were building it, they built it to be fairly nice. It's got kind of a roofed balcony area that was probably a fairly swanky place to get drinks, where you could sit on a rooftop but had some covering over you. I don't know what those are called, but people who watch the, like, Home Network or whatever would know exactly what they are. It's like the patio covering that's like slats of wood.
Like a canopy almost. but
Yeah,
not-
yeah, look at like a canopy, but it's just like the outline of it, essentially, the skeleton of it. And so, looks like it would have been fairly nice, but now it's mostly broken down, like much of the Undercity.
So do I see any computer terminals
Yes.
of any kind
Yeah,
around?
yeah.
Where's the nearest one?
Right by you. You're right at
All right.
the energy outlet. Or it's not a computer terminal, but you can like plug into it using like a data pad and a slicer's kit, which you of course have.
Just trying to think. about how I can use a slicer to kill stormtroopers.
Um,
With no automated defenses or anything around. Yeah, that's a hard one. So this energy source, is it just a little fuel cell, or
It's like the cabling and stuff coming out of the back of the building.
just trying to think. For now, I'll just start taking pot shots from
Okay.
behind the building.
Cool. Roll whatever ranged attack you have.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna be...
You'll be at medium range, so 2 purple. Would you like to upgrade?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That is 2 success.
Okay, and what's the base damage on your gun?
7.
7? Cool. So you wind up taking out another trooper and injuring another.
Okay.
This fight goes on for quite a while. You guys may sustain a little bit of damage as NPCs, but eventually you've worn down the stormtroopers to only those that are still inside of the bar. So there are 15 troopers inside, and the outside has been closed off. Let's go back inside the bar.
All right. I rig up a small some detonite, and I put it behind. I basically wrap it up and wrap it behind our friend's neck. I say, "So you got some friends out there coming to pick you up?"
I have no clue what's going on out there.
Oh,
But it sounds like your boys are getting their asses kicked.
yeah. I thought they were your boys a second ago too.
Hey, look, y'all are my boys.
Oh.
Not those stormtroopers.
Well,
See, now you're playing some ball. That's the kind of thing I like to hear. So I'm going to take him and drag him back away from the door as far as possible. And I'm going to set him right next to the lieutenant.
Okay. So you've unfastened him from the chair. Then.
No.
Oh, you moved the chair. Okay.
all right.
And I'm going to tell the stormtroopers that they need to line up in a defensive position, getting ready for anything that's going to breach.
Sure. So let's kind of, because this bar scene could go on for another 6 episodes if we wanted it to. How do you guys want to end it and wind up doing the release? Is there anything else that you want to try to accomplish through the interrogation?
Other than blowing his eye out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, I don't see much of anything, but I have an explosive in my eye and explosive behind my neck.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't really asking you how you wanted it to end. You don't
Yeah, I
seem to
know.
have much choice.
I know.
But these two are going to keep firing on the building and trying to find a way in.
Okay.
You guys are going to keep lining up stormtroopers in different formations until they're all picked off.
Now, is there a way out the back? Is there a back door?
Yes.
Okay.
Have I done, because my my rifle is a slug thrower, and I've got infrared binoculars. Can I actually see their heat signatures inside
Yes.
their building? I'm gonna make a through shot on one of them. I don't know which one is which. You can pick the target.
Okay. Let's say even is Kieran, odd is.
Well, now he wouldn't be able to pick us out.
Well,
From every other
he can
stormtrooper.
tell where the stormtroopers are because he's got them in formation, and you guys are not in formation.
Okay.
And then the other two are clearly set aside as prisoners.
Okay. But then there's also the lieutenant.
He's also set aside as a prisoner. He's tied up.
Oh, okay.
He's like not standing up or anything. He's,
Plus, I would have seen all the stormtroopers
Yes.
moving in because I'm.
yeah,
gonna
he's been
use-
monitoring the area for a while.
Fair
Yep.
enough. Okay.
All right, so we'll say even is Kieran, odd is Adra. Mike.
All right. Do you have any defense?
No, sir.
What's your soak?
It's 5.
Fine.
Limited armor doesn't have any range defense. I
Not
thought it
standard.
No, not standard.
did. Okay.
Well, you armored me, and I don't have any.
Yeah, no, neither of you guys have defense.
Okay.
Just additional soak.
Cool. Pool look correct?
Sure. Do you want to use any true aim or anything?
Yes, I am this time around.
Cool. So how many ranks do you have in?
Just one.
Okay.
Just
You
one
only
rank.
have one rank in true aim.
Mm-hmm.
And did you add an extra boost for that as well?
Because I've got to add the aim, yeah. Yep.
And do you, for fun, just want to take an actual aim maneuver? Or is true aim a maneuver?
True aim says once per round may perform true aim maneuver to gain
Okay.
benefit. So it is a.
Okay.
So that goes away.
It's a lot of dice.
That goes away. I'll just pop over another advantage over here. It's successful. And it does. I'm gonna activate the crit.
What's the damage?
The damage is going to be. The damage is going to be.
It's going to be on the weapon page, dude.
I
What's
know.
The base damage.
Base damage is 8.
Okay, and then how many successes? You
1. So it's 9.
Got? Oh, you only have 1 success?
Yeah, but it's a butt ton of advantage.
Okay.
It's Pierce 3.
9 advantage.
Okay, so 9 damage with Pierce 3.
Yep.
So you're only ignoring 2. of those.
Actually, it's 19 damage because I have lethal blows.
Well, that lethal blows doesn't add to damage.
That
Adds
crit.
10. Oh, adds plus 10 per rank to yeah, crit. So it'll crit 3 times over.
Okay. Somebody roll it up. Rick, I think you've got your D10s out.
55.
So that
So
becomes 60.
85?
I can't
S-
die.
95.
55.
Why 95?
Because I've got lethal blows. It adds
I
10.
thought you said it added 3 times over.
I've got 3. I crit 3 times. And then I've
Oh.
got another plus 10 because of lethal blows.
Okay, yeah. All right, 95 is at the brink, suffers a strain each time you perform an action.
So you got hit pretty good.
Pretty good.
Ow.
Am
All
I?
right.
So you see Ada just kind of like almost recoil and flip over to his side and turn around and fall, and is like grabbing the side of his chest, going, "The hell was that?"
Do
Yeah.
we hear the shots?
Nope.
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 Am
But
I-
you do see a big break in the armor, and you know it's not a blaster because he's bleeding everywhere.
Am I behind the building or to the side?
Behind.
So do I see the back door as well?
You do.
Can I go through the back door?
You can.
What happens when I go through the back door?
Nothing. You're in the back room.
Okay.
Nobody else is back there. But
Yeah.
Do I have active communications with him?
Do you want active communications with
Yeah.
him? Then yes.
I have a secure comm link, so yeah.
So can he tell me where
Mm-hmm.
Cal is
Yeah, I would have told you that.
and like lead me toward him or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make my way towards Cal,
Okay, cool. He's in the same room as everybody
Yeah,
else.
he's surrounded by stormtroopers.
but I'm coming in from behind.
Well,
So
True.
Well, I'm
but we're
hoping to.
fixing
I'm
go
hoping
out
to
the
lay.
back door.
Well, and I'm hoping to lay down enough cover fire, and then I'm going to take a shot at the other one. So.
Well,
I'm
let us
basically gonna
let
try
us
and
take
take
some
Cal
actions
and
too.
then-
Oh yeah, no, but you see him, and I'm
Right.
literally firing up another round, like almost
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
When
my
he
whole
goes,
action is going to be
when he
sneaking
goes down,
still Cal.
I'm gonna duck for cover, and he's now laying down.
I don't know. Are you
Are
laying
you-
down?
That's the way I narratively put it. Is I got
Yeah,
knocked
that's what I
around
thought.
and
You got
down.
now, and I move over to him, and I say, "It's time to skedaddle." All right, Cal. We'll just see. Don't forget, you got a little friend with you. Okay, we expect communication soon.
How much cover are you trying to give yourself?
Probably behind the bar.
At least
things
3
like that.
quarters.
At least 3
So
quarters.
2 setbacks for sure.
That goes to nothing.
Oh dang! Oh, you've got other things. Wow.
Yeah, I know. You told him to build a character.
I
you
guess-
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Okay, so while that's going on, and I hate to say this, while that's going on, and I need to retroactively do this because
Okay.
that's him taking 2 turns before I even get a turn.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
So
It's all very quickly narrative.
at this
and everything.
point, what I would be doing is I'm going to command the. I'm going to tell do leadership to get the stormtroopers to actually basically form a wall around us as we start to exfil out the back.
Okay.
So there's almost a line of stormtroopers in front of us at this point.
Okay. Cool. So what did you wind up getting?
2
Basically, I'm essentially going to give you +5 soak because it's going to go through a stormtrooper before it gets to you.
Okay. In addition to the, I have +4 soak right now,
Yeah.
so it'll be +9 soak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do 10 damage.
Okay. So you'll take a hit. Like it'll graze you. It's slowed down a lot by going through the neck of a
So
stormtrooper.
so it kills a stormtrooper.
Yes, it does 100% kill a stormtrooper.
And I crit 3 over plus another 10.
That'll go toward the stormtroopers.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going out the back door.
Okay, so who do y'all
Where I
take
am.
with you?
Oh no, I leave the lieutenant.
Okay, you leave the lieutenant, and do you
I
leave
already
Cal as
promised
well?
that was my gift.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's
All right.
because if we don't deliver the stormtrooper or we don't deliver the lieutenant, he doesn't have to play ball.
All right, you're gonna stealth.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I'm
this.
stealthing, and
Let's go.
I'm stealthy-ish. I'm a spy.
Okay,
Okay, we'll see how much stealth you got.
so go ahead and roll stealth, and I think roll stealth against Kieran's perception.
And I look at Kieran, and it's collateral
Kieran's
damage.
2. Thank you.
Fair enough.
To see, is that
Let's
between
see
two
how
reds?
that works.
His perception's 2.
Well,
Two, his ranks is 2,
Yeah.
and then cunning is 3, so 2
Don't be
reds,
looking
1
at my
purple.
sheet.
Well, you were talking.
But he's got adversary.
Doesn't matter whether I was
Taking
talking.
forever.
But he's got adversary 2, so it'll be 3 reds, 1 purple.
Oh Lord. That's not too good.
You want to flip a...
while they're kind of making their way back, and I see him limping, and be like, "You should probably get that checked out."
Yeah. Can I flip?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's a yellow blank, and that's 2 reds with 4 fails. That's just 4 fails straight up.
Okay.
Totals out to 4 fails.
No
At this
threat.
point,
No threat though.
He's hiding under the cabinet.
so you've
He
Standing
realizes
against the wall like this as they.
he's hiding, but he realizes there's a camera right on him.
He's hiding behind a fish tank because he's Mon Calamar. It's like,
They won't notice.
all right. So you're hiding behind something, but not well enough to hide from Kieran. Kieran, and this is kind of a moment between the two of you. Kieran, he is one of the people that you recruited and brought back to infiltrate the resistance.
You had to pick someone like that.
I'm an Imperial spy, basically, in the
Yes.
Resistance.
Yes.
So I'm Empire, but
Okay.
So you see
So-
him, and how does Kieran respond to seeing him in this scenario?
He sees that I see that. He sees.
Yeah, you guys kind of make eye contact.
We make eye contact, and that's as far as it goes. And I pretend like I didn't see anything,
Okay.
and I just keep, helping him out the door.
And as we're leaving, I look back at Cal. It's like, and you too. Because the last comment you said is I should get that checked out. So I'm pointing at my eye and saying, and you too.
All right.
We
Great.
sneak out the back door.
So you guys leave out of the back door, leaving Cal and Lieutenant there.
And a truncheon on the floor.
And some amount of time passes. We're going to shift over. Guys, flip your character sheets. For the end of this session, we're going to resolve a little bit of hoopla that Cal's not there for. When last we left our other band of heroes, they were hurtling through space, riding on the inside of a giant whale squid called a purrgil that had drugged them inadvertently through hyperspace. They're starving. They did not have a lot of rations on this ship. They planned to go to the moon and come back. So you guys are not doing super well because it's been 3 weeks. You've been able to recycle water because of the advanced systems on the ship, of course, but food is another thing entirely. You're all feeling very kind of ill and very emaciated. So you're going to all take 4 strain. That's going to kind of bring all of you down.
In addition to what we had before.
Yes.
Right, because it's just continuation.
Well, no. So we had taken that away before because we resolved Lukia's obligation.
Okay.
So this is kind of like a double obligation for everybody.
Oh, you mean our strain threshold went
Yes,
down?
you're all reduced by 4. Your strain threshold is temporarily reduced by 4.
Sorry,
Yeah,
misunderstood.
that was I didn't explain that well. Yes, like an obligation.
So how is the
bumped
ship?
down. Oh, it's not doing great.
Life support and standard internal systems are fine, but
Well, the ship's shielding, like the things were, it was not prepped for hyperspace. I mean, if you had initiated the sequences yourself, like the ship goes through all kinds of checks and internal balances through its computers to make sure everything stays together.
Plus,
correct.
I put it together and I told him that we weren't really ready.
Yeah, exactly. So there are all kinds of things wrong with this ship to begin with. But beside that point, your shielding for hyperspace travel was not prepped. Your ship wasn't ready for this, so it's been taking damage as you've been going, and as you left, you did hear something pop off of the outside of the ship. You still don't have any idea what that is. You guys emerge from hyperspace. The area around your ship goes back to, the color of the insides of a purrgil, and you feel like you're not slowing down. The purrgil, you can even go look on like his sensors. It's not showing a heat signature. It died mid-hyperspace flight. Probably due to a starship being thrust inside of it from behind.
Oh, no.
You guys, your ship slips through the muscle and skin of this purrgil and is flung at high speed toward a planet.
Awesome.
You don't know what planet. It's very advanced in appearance. But you guys are kind of spinning. This is going to be a fun little exercise. A series of checks.
Don't worry, I'm just flipping this die. It means nothing.
Oh, no.
I'm not
done.
worried about that. I just saw all of our light side points go
Yeah,
away,
all
and we
light
got a
side
streak
All
of dark.
of the light side points are gone.
Just all
When
dark.
you succeeded a check, a dark side point will flip to light. Once you've flipped all 10 dark side points over to light, you will have successfully landed. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
If at any point in these checks you incur 3 threat or more, or a despair, you will take a critical injury. The critical injury table has been reduced drastically to reflect only 10 options.
Death?
No. Death
And
is
more
not
death.
Death is not there. I didn't go that far.
Lose an eye.
You will be able to roll a d10 on a crit. That will be anywhere from winded, not a bad one, to gruesome injury on the table.
Now, since we're trying to pilot, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of the rolls. Does that mean that
Well,
everyone
you
in
probably
the
haven't been sitting in the pilot seat for 3 weeks, just waiting to come out of hyperspace.
Well, no, understood, but still. So, does that mean that the ship's flying around, so just randomly someone in the ship will take damage? Or whoever's doing the roll?
Everybody's got to make a roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there no way for us to have figured out by now what? Because it's been 3 weeks. What fell off the ship? No
You
checks we could've done?
probably can have scanned it and realized that your hyperdrive, your primary hyperdrive, has been ripped off.
So our engines are still there. Just
Yeah.
we can't go to hyperspace. Okay.
Yeah, engines are still there. You don't know how well they're still there. You've turned those off because you don't really have a fuel source, and you didn't know where you'd be dropped out.
Oh, we got a nice fuel source.
Different kind
problem.
of fuel.
Oh, yeah,
Different
yeah.
kind of fuel. Energy, like to power a city, and energy to power a ship are different.
I should.
We've had a
be able
Wookiee
to-
go into the bathroom in here for a couple weeks now. So
And you've been recycling.
yeah.
Anyway,
Got to stay alive somehow, right?
yarp.
Thank goodness I don't drink the water.
All right, cool. So you're hurtling through space. You guys are not, I imagine, buckled in. You weren't ready for this exit from the purrgil or hyperspace. So, first things first, roll me something. Pick something. Survival,
Agility.
agility, okay?
Just something. I mean, you gotta.
Just pick something. Like, how would you brace yourself?
How would I
Athletics.
brace myself?
Or do you want to make a general survival check?
I'm just gonna roll athletics.
I'm gonna roll coordination.
Okay. The difficulty is 3 reds, 2 purples.
Jiminy Cricket. Now, and we can't flip any points.
You don't have any points to flip
Yeah,
yet.
I noticed that. Oh, I don't have enough reds. Oh, that's too bad.
All right, let's see.
Okay, I'm going to use stealth because I'm trying to hide.
That's really not good.
No, I think you're.
Nothing but advantage come up on my goods.
Oh, hello.
But
I am the first loser.
Okay,
Nope.
I'm gonna
Oh
say-
no, I think
I am in the
You got
pilot
no-
seat when we go out because I'm going to
I
spend
didn't
most
even
of
roll
my time there,
successes,
and
let
I
alone-
happen to be in the
Okay,
pilot
sure,
seat.
that's fine.
And I'm going to try to.
Okay.
If I'm successful with a triumph, can I mitigate some of the potential damage from
I
this?
would let you flip 2 points.
Okay.
that's gonna be 4 fail, a despair, and an advantage.
Go ahead and toss your D10, buddy. The advantage means nothing right now.
6.
Let me have that D10.
Here, we got 2 of them.
Ah, good. I got one.
Go ahead and roll this again.
Oh, good. Another 6. Got 6 twice.
All right, so you rolled a horrific injury. Roll a D10 to determine which of the target's characteristics is affected. 1 to 3 for brawn, 4 to 6 for agility, 7 for intellect, 8 for cunning, 9 for presence, 10 for willpower. So your agility is what's affected. Until your critical injury is healed, treat that characteristic as 1 point lower.
All right. So I have, at the end of the day, what really matters is I failed the check with 2 threat and a despair.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
You're going to get stabbed in the face again?
Udell,
What does Udell get screwed with now?
you're blinded. The target can no longer see. Upgrade the difficulty of all checks twice. Upgrade the difficulty of perception and vigilance checks 3 times.
How exactly did that happen, though? Did he, fall eyes first?
No, it'd be like sparks flying and something. hitting
Sparks
the eye.
flying, you hit your head like something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're flying around.
Yeah. How'd
So
you do on your-
perception,
I got 2 advantage.
Okay.
perception is upgraded 3 times. All checks are upgraded what, twice?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it makes sense. He's got the biggest eyes in the group too.
I just flat fail.
Okay, great.
No advantage, no success, nothing.
I'm gonna flip one of these for each check you guys make instead of when you succeed.
If not, we're dead. If not, we're dead.
Yeah, we've exactly we've dumped 2 crits on you guys already, so I don't want to do too terribly much more. Cool. So you don't successfully get the ship righted, click, but you do turn the engines on. So you'll be able to kind of start that process. But you guys are hurtling very fast toward this planet. I almost called you Kellenak, dang it. Udell, you're trying to brace yourself. What skill did you use?
I use coordination.
Coordination? Well, well, that didn't work. So Udell tries to grab onto whatever steady surfaces he can, accidentally grabbing onto one of the mechanisms that they were using to scan the ship to see what was wrong, pulling a cable out and causing sparks to fly into his face, blinding him. Lukia, what did you roll?
Coordination.
Coordination. You're not quite able to save yourself from
Falling over.
But you don't take any necessarily extra damage. I'm not going to just toss a bunch of damage onto you guys for this, but you fall into the wall and you take you rolled advantage, right?
No, I rolled literally I flat.
Flatted out. Okay, cool. So yeah, no boosts, no setbacks. And then Jacob, remind me of your
Athletics.
but your character's name was Frank.
Frank, yeah.
Okay.
Frank the Wookiee.
So Frank rolled athletics, and what did you manage to get? You got that despair.
I got 4 fail and a despair and an advantage.
Okay, 4 fail, a despair, and an advantage. And your despair was a horrific injury. So basically, you attempt to kind of brace yourself against something and wind up slicing through the back of your knee. Which is going to severely impede your ability to do anything agility based,
Including shooting.
Somehow including shooting. You're not able to take the proper stances in the right way to be able to shoot accurately.
My big old bowcaster.
It's just sciatic nerve.
Yeah. Cool. So we got 6 more dark side points to flip over. You guys now have 4 lights, and I'm going to separate these. Like, it's not like if you flip them, you have to do more stuff.
You're still hurtling toward the planet at a high rate of speed. You're entering the atmosphere right now, and you see the heat building up around your ship that doesn't have currently active shields.
So
I'm gonna because that's what I was doing before things were going. I'm gonna try to work the shields to get them back on.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and roll me a mechanics or piloting, or what are you gathering
Computers.
back for? Computers, that works too.
I was gonna do a leadership check to try and get people to do certain things, so that should be able to give everybody boosts on what they're doing.
Everyone, I need your help.
No. So like Udell would just kind of holler out, guys, I've been blinded. Click, we need you in the cockpit. We need Frank and Lukia to try and get shields and engines running.
Okay, cool.
I am in the cockpit.
All right, go ahead and roll the leadership then. It's only going to be 2 reds and a purple this time.
But I got to upgrade it twice.
Well, would he upgrade? Oh, all of his checks, even if it has nothing to do with. Okay,
Well, because he can't see what's going on.
got you.
He can't make that assessment.
All
as
checks are
accurately.
upgraded.
Okay,
Until he can get cybernetic eyeballs.
and I'm going to continue to try to.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, you're successful.
Yeah, actually, I am. 3 success. So 1 success, and that's it.
Awesome. So I'll let that be an
And an
upgrade.
And an advantage.
I'll let that be an upgrade for everybody, and you can add yourself a boost for your next check.
Okay, and
All right. So what else are you guys going to try to do? You're doing computers to boost shields.
Yep.
I'm trying to
What's
get
my
the
difficulty?
engines.
The same, 2 reds, 1 purple.
I'm trying to reduce our speed using pilot, basically.
Yeah.
Using the
Okay. So
engines again.
piloting again, 2 reds, 1 purple, and you guys, of course, get an automatic positive upgrade because of Udell.
Yep. Already rolled that, or already got that.
And Jacob, what are you doing?
Is it metagaming too much to see what he rolls first?
No, that's fine.
Fail with an advantage.
Okay.
I will go ahead and try and turn the shields on too.
Okay. So computers, it'd be 2 red, 1 purple, but you get a free upgrade to your side of the check.
And I was trying to reduce our speed 2 bands.
Do you have a boost to computers, or
And did you succeed?
Yes.
Okay,
twice.
great.
And 2 advantage.
Yeah, I didn't even check.
Great.
My...
So
No, this
I'll
is
say the
lucky.
advantage is you
yeah?
not
But
add
why are you
strain
throwing
to
in
your
the
ship.
boost?
Why am I throwing the boost?
No, not boost, upgrade.
Oh, okay.
So trading a green for a yellow.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Where's that boost coming
Yeah.
from?
You want to give me your advantage as a boost?
Yeah. now.
There we go. He was preemptively adding that boost.
Yeah, I just knew.
Yeah, what a great boost it was too. But it looks like you were maybe successful. Maybe.
I think for the first time, I got 2 success and an advantage.
Awesome. You turn on the shields, and some of that heat dissipates as you guys continue hurtling toward the surface. At a slightly slower pace. You guys are back down to where you can accurately pilot the ship, basically. So you're still going like speed 4, entering an atmosphere to a planet. It's still very, very fast. You guys hurtle downward, and you can make a piloting check to mitigate this. I'll kind of give 2. We got 2 checks left before you guys are safely on planet. Thankfully, only 1 person took a critical injury, a real critical injury.
So is it going down 1 red die every time? 'Cause
Yes.
Then it went, so what's
Yes. So the ship is hurtling toward a very interesting looking building. It looks like you're probably going to scrape the top of it if you keep going the speed you're going. So you need
It's a Star Wars ship. They hit things all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Can I make a perception
it's
check to
fine.
kind of maybe find a landing spot or something worthwhile to note?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can make perception. It's going to be 1 red, 1 purple.
I'd say I'd do a perception check too, but the only thing I can perceive is the back of my eyelids.
Okay. 2 success, 2 advantage.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I succeed with 2 threat and a triumph.
Ooh.
2 threat is not enough for me to expend a critical injury on you.
Nope.
What would you like your triumph to be?
We see a spaceport.
No. Because it's perception based.
Well, seeing
Well,
a
that would-
spaceport-
spaceport would be
No, but I wouldn't. We're on an unfamiliar planet.
Anyway, just tell us what you did.
So Lucia, not like recently, but like a long time ago, had not visited, but had a force vision of being here before. So she maybe knows where that is, and we could have fun with that later.
Okay.
Doesn't help us now, but
No, it doesn't. But that's a really interesting use of the old triumph.
okay. But he did have success in top of the Triumph.
Yeah, he
to see
did.
a
He
place
found
to
a
land.
he found a safe place for you
to
guys
land.
to land.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we got that covered. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I already had the successful place to land covered.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to.
So I've slowed 2 more bands, so we would be
Yeah,
down
no,
to
you guys
2.
land like the dark side points are
Okay.
gone. You guys land successfully, and that's where we'll wrap up the session with Udell being blinded
He's just a walking scar.
semi-permanently. I mean, of course, there are cybernetics that can fix this bad boy up. But
Of course, it's too bad because, this isn't a click, but can we tell him what some of our missions were in the interrogation now?
I think no.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
there
we
was
can
one
tell
I
them,
wanted to
they
share.
just- characters can't know.
That's
but
true. Yeah.
If
Yeah, but I don't necessarily want the listeners to know.
To know, okay.
So yeah, thanks so much for listening. We hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Urban Stars, and we will see you next week. Until then, keep on adventuring.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.